What is going on, everybody? So how is everybody doing today thus far in the market? Let's see. Hey, Daniel, how's it going? How's it going? So once again, thank you guys for joining in. So really all we're gonna kind of be doing is just like a little lunch break talk through. Yeah, we're just going to basically go over some stuff. I mean, we'll just kind of take a quick scan at the market. This is more of a thing just so we can all gather, share some ideas and whatnot. We can go over some stocks that people may be in and, you know, just basically go from there. I mean, this is kind of just like a spitballing, just kind of shooting it out there kind of thing. I mean, you know, most of the movement's going to be done at this time of day, so we're really not going to be looking for stuff to play right now. What we're really just going to be doing is kind of giving a broad overview of the market, and just basically going from there. All right. So, just been watching the market because it is my first time. Have a great entry. So yeah, it sounds like from Denmark, man. It's crazy that people are in here from Denmark. Well, again, I appreciate you guys for being here. So I mean, you know, let's just like go over some recaps on some of the stocks for today. So you know what? Actually, give me a second. I think I may have just figured out how to do something pretty cool. Can I do that? I don't think I can float this on the top of my screen. No, that's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, so. Well, that sucks, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen for you guys here. All right, cool. So you guys can all see my screen now. Shouldn't have a problem with that. Let's see. Tight. Let's see. So there's honestly, I got to talk to you guys about this one. So, I mean, some of you may know, but right now I'm actually just kind of messing around trading in my demo account before my account actually gets funded. Apparently, it's taking extra long for my account to get funded. I guess the gentleman who handles basically all the funding of the accounts had some family emergency and was out last week. And for whatever reason, of course, it happened to me. But my account should be funded a little bit later this week or beginning of next week. So I was really just trading on a demo account today. But one in specifically I think we should all kind of talk about here is just VERI. And now I know that a lot of you may not have the potential or opportunity to short stocks. But holy cow, I wish I would have held on to that a little longer. Well, either way, so I mean, just looking at this one, guys, I mean, like, this was crazy. I mean, this when you hear, like, you know, people talking in the market and you hear the you hear that term used, parabolic mover, or, you know, like mega runner or whatever, a parabolic move. This is what we're talking about when you're hearing that. Okay, look at the stock. VERI today from 74 cents, it dropped down to $47. So what is that? 74 to 47, that's 3, puts you at 50, that's 23, that's almost $28 move right there. So, or sorry, that's more than that. No, yeah, like $28. Okay, so that is absolutely huge. And I actually shorted this stock today. So once again, I know that some of you guys may not actually be able to short stocks right now, and that's okay, because, you know, the idea is that you can eventually get to that point where you're able to short stocks, or, you know, you'll get to where you have an account that allows you to do it. And so yeah, we'll even go over PCOM as well here. But yeah, I just want to kind of give you guys an idea. This was a stock here that just, I shorted it a couple times. I shorted this initial big drop below 70, right here, below 70. I shorted there. covered somewhere down here. Then I re-shorted in this area. Then I covered in here. But on my demo account, I'm up. I was up 4,000 at one point, and then I kind of goofed up and messed up on my hotkeys, and then I messed up, and now I'm sitting at like 2,800 on my demo account. So pretty good day as far as the demo trading went. But when you guys get the opportunity to short stocks, you know, we can definitely, you know, go over some stuff where we're looking at shorting stocks. But, you know, let's see, PCOM. Okay, so here is PCOM. I mean, this was just one that, you know, oh shit, yeah, that's killing it today. You know, I didn't even pay attention to it for the most part. I checked it earlier today when it was around 11, but 1182. So this was this is one of my long-term investments that you know, I got in on this guy. I got in PCOM for a long-term hold right here in this dip. That's exactly where I got in. I think about 10 bucks. So right now, sitting up about almost $2 a share on this position. And I know a few others that followed that trade that saw the value themselves and didn't go based off of just what I said, are sitting up about $2 a share. So that's pretty solid, you know. Were you covering your partials or full cover? So Makani, I did on the initial going back to I'll go back to VERI in a second, but this is just a long-term position. I have a video on it as to why I see value. So there are some things that I miss, and there are some other companies that do something similar to them. I made it sound like they are the only company doing it, but they really are kind of one of a kind in sense as far as their business model goes and what they're doing. So I seen the value. There's a few other kind of investors that see the value as well. So I went ahead, took a position at 10 bucks on this one, and now we're breaking through the 52-week high, and it's really crushing it right now. And so something else I just want you guys to spot out on this long-term position. If I were to go to a 3-year week chart, this company has never once seen the volume it did right here. That's what also made me think that I should take a nice position on this, because this thing popped up to 3 million volume, and it's never even come close to 3 million volume. So that right there raised some flags for me, and kind of made me very interested in this this company. But you know, VER, actually, I took a position. I think I took a couple thousand shares. It was either 3,000 or 4,000. I honestly can't remember. I traded it quite a few times. But after the break of $70 here on VERI, it was right. Oh, that's not it. That's not a good view. What am I doing here? I'm losing my mind. Yeah, so on VERI, I 1,000 right here for the break below $70. And then I think I covered half at about 66 right in this area. I think I covered half, either 1,500 or 2,000. I really can't remember, to be honest. And then I let the rest ride to here and covered as soon as some of these green candles were making new highs above the red. So I covered there. And then I re-shorted back below here. And then I think I covered in this candle area somewhere there. And then I kind of just called it quits from there. But that all in all was a good trade. Shorted some HMNY today. Like I said, I was kind of back and forth on some trades. Did a lot of shorting today. Really didn't take any long positions. Everything was short. Now, let's see. Were you covering partial or full cover? So, yeah, there's a lot going on. Oh, something cool that actually, you know what? I don't know if it's cool, but I got to show you this, guys. I don't know how many of you seen my video on bullish or bearish divergences. And if you have, then you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, well, then great. You're going to get a little lesson here. So where am I at? All right. So let me just delete everything off here real quick. You know, so let me just delete. So, you know, I hope you guys see value in this. This is really just, you know, we're just kind of spitballing. This is kind of be an overall, just kind of fun lunch recap thing where we just talk about some random stuff, and it is what it is. So let's just look at this. I want to take a look at a 3-year chart on the overall market. So we're looking at the SPY, which is, you know, basically an ETF for the overall market or whatever. This basically is the whole stock market in one, if you're not familiar. Now, there's been a lot of talk, and obviously it's due for a big correction at some point. When it's going to happen, we don't know, but it's really expected to be soon. I don't know how soon. Nobody ever knows when it's going to happen until it happens, you know? So Daniel, we'll go over some stocks that we could potentially look into for Power Hour. I'm not the biggest Power Hour trader, but we can definitely look into some stuff that, I mean, might be good for sure. Let's definitely do that. I think that's what we'll do too in here, and just look at some potential Power Hour plays. But I noted this a few weeks ago, and I really just never brought it up to anybody or any of you guys. But I mean, look at this. This is the SPY, right? So obviously we can see from, like, you know, 2000. I mean, it doesn't really. We can go back farther, but you know, just from 2015, this thing's been on a complete move to the upside. And if any of you are familiar, where's my RSI is a good question. Hold on one second. That's why I don't have it up. I need it up. All right, so all I want to point out is look at this, right? Or even now, we'll just go from here. So look at this 3-year chart of the SPY, the overall ETF for the stock market. Do you guys notice anything besides the price direction of the chart? Is there anything that you guys notice? I see it. I don't know if you guys see it, but I just want to see if you notice something here. I'll give you guys a few seconds to shout out in the chat. See if you notice what I noticed. Any takers? Any takers? Okay. I'll give it to you. So what's interesting is the overall direction of the stock market has been continuously going up, but at the same time, the overall volume is dying down. Do you not see that? There's been a gradual decrease in the amount of volume in the fund. So there's an underlying factor that's telling us something, that the price is going up, but slowly but surely the volume is dying down, and that's not a good sign. So Joel, yeah, good job. RSI divergence. So RSI divergence is coming. It's not on the 3-year chart. So there is an RSI divergence, not on the 3-year, but on the 1-year. Because if you look, the price direction of the stock is going up, and the RSI has been going up. Okay, there is maybe a baby divergence right here, which would correlate to this price move. From here to here, price is going up, but from in this area, it's going down. So there's a few things. Volume is blatantly, obviously dying down on a 3-year chart, even a 1-year. Now let's go look at a 1-year. Let me delete all these drawings again. We get out of there, bam, all right. Now we go to a 1-year day. This is where it becomes blatantly obvious to me. It's a little bit harder to spot, but look at volume is still overall getting lower and lower. Look at this chart. Look at this. This is just nuts. Okay, price direction clearly going up. Price direction clearly going up, but look at the RSI clearly going down. And that's over the past year. This isn't just some random fluctuation amongst the day that could throw the RSI off. This is accumulated data. The RSI is accumulating data over the past year. Okay, maybe 6-7 months. The RSI is accumulating lower highs. Okay, and it's clearly going down. Momentum is dying while the price is going up, and that's a bearish divergence. That is signaling that at some point, turn around and start dropping based on just this factor and the volume. So just something to keep an eye out for and just kind of recognize, you know. Exactly. Just like Robert Perez said, it's a cooling market. Volume's dying. People are kind of slowly kind of sizing out orders, closing out maybe some bonds, or, you know, whatever the case, whatever people are invested in. It's possible that, you know, they see that the market's due for a correction. They're pulling some of their investments, and the overall volume's dying out. So we got volume decreasing, a clear bearish divergence from RSI to the chart. Now it's very well possible that volume could pick up and make a new high, and now the bearish divergence, you know, isn't there. But even so, we could get a new high and then we can make a new low. But just keep an eye on that. Market's going up, but we have a clear bearish divergence, and we're definitely accumulating a lot less volume in the overall market here. Let's see. I mean, there's more indicators that you can look at. You know, you could look at accumulated volume over the past 3-4 weeks. That's one way to do swing trades. You can look to see if the what am I looking for? Oh gosh, I can't think of the name. I can't think of the name right now, but there's a way to do swing trades too, where you can kind of look at, you know, accumulation. If volume keeps increasing over like a 3-week period, it's a strong sign the stock will move up. Same goes for if it's losing volume. So I like to look at UVXY when market goes down. So now let's take a look. You know, we could take a look. Someone wanted to just take a look at XXII real quick. Let's see. So I'm assuming you're talking about looking at XXII for the day. So yeah, I mean, it definitely went down. You know, I don't know if you're holding a position in this, and I don't know if you're a swing trader or a day trader, but I wouldn't have chose this for a long today. You know, it's hard to say exactly what's going to happen, you know, but like I said, I'm not much of a swing trader. I'm more of just a momentum trader. So I picked the stocks that are hot today, which a few of those would be HMNY was a big one today, not to the upside, but to the downside. Like I said, HMNY is totally due for a nice little pullback correction here down to the 9. So we still have room to run, but I mean, this is really its first big red day it has seen. You know, I shorted this a couple times, and here I shorted, and here I shorted, and I covered. So there's a couple shorts I took on HMNY, you know. Let's see, possible short, VYGR. Let's see. I mean, no, not really. I wouldn't say, I mean, it has been increasing a lot, but is it a short? I wouldn't say. I'd say there's better shorts. I mean, if you look at the daily chart here, right? You know, if you look at this daily, its first support is right at about 17 bucks. And the price is only at 17.88. So that's only an 88-cent short till its first sign of support, where you could technically see a bounce. So there's definitely better shorts to play. I mean, if we take a look at VERI, I mean, this was a perfect example. I mean, look at it today. Today, it was extended over the 9 moving average by 30 bucks. Or what was that, 24? So by $24, right? So think of that. This was a great short today. The price was extended over support by 24 bucks. You know, VYGR is only extended by 80 cents, which is nothing. So it's basically on support. Unless there was some bad news, you know, then potentially we could look at shorting it there. But I just don't. I don't see the value there. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Give me a second. I think I just became smart. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, Connor, you finally decided to use your brain for once and become somewhat smart here. This is what I was trying to do earlier. Hold on. Let's see. New movie recording. Yeah, just give me a quick sec here. There we go. Bam. I knew I had it in me to figure that out real quick. There we go. We click this guy, and then we go view, float on top. Okay, that way you guys can see me, and I feel like I'm more interactive with you guys. So there you go. I was wondering why I couldn't figure that out for a second. And I do it almost every day. So that's cool. So yeah, guys, I mean, I shorted VERI today. I shorted HMNY. I didn't really have any long plays. A lot of the ones I picked, there was really only one that had, I think, any good upside movement, and that was NETE. That was one that did pretty well today. Not extremely well, but it had some entry points there. It really, you had to catch this red to green move and then maybe play the break of pre-market high if you didn't already get in down here. this was your real entry point. But if you didn't catch that red to green, you still had some areas for opportunity there. So does any TE still look like a good long? Oh, I got to move this over here. So let's go right smack dab in the middle like that. Bam. So let's see. NETE still good long. It's possible. Let's see. I mean, here's the thing: is I'm not adamant about playing really low price stocks and holding them. So if you look at this, right, it's quite, you could draw a trend line, and it's following this trend so far. It's kind of bouncing around this trend line. So if it breaks below this area, right in here, that's where I would pretty much cut my losses, is right below, right in this area. If it were to break the 90, pretty much if it breaks the whole dollar mark, there's a good chance it's going to come through and crack 98, and then it'll start downtrending. And that's where I would probably leave it alone. If it can hold above that, I would keep my position. But I wouldn't enter a position right now. There's no reason to. The market's slow. It's lunchtime. So there's just really no reason to there, in my opinion. So let me run and grab a pen. Let's do this. Let's grab a pen. Let's run a scan, and let's increase this volume so we clear out all the bullshit stocks we don't want to take a look at anymore. Probably could do even more than that. Let's bring this up to 2 mil. So now we have a list. Okay, so let me just write down all these stocks. So this is one way I do to figure out Power Hour. Is a momentum scanner, basically picking up stocks that are trading on, maybe 2 million. Because once the day goes, once the day starts progressing, right, you're going to want to run a scan that picks up a lot higher volume. You don't want to be scanning for stocks that trading are 500,000 shares, because if they're only trading 500,000 shares over this period of the day, then they're really not doing much, or you can expect they're not going to do much. So now we want to size them out. And we want to take the stocks that are trading on the highest volume, because that means they have the best potential to show us some type of setup later on in the day. And it's also possible that, in the middle of the day, it's also possible that in the middle of the day, we will end up, what am I saying here? End up having like a midday runner, in which then you kind of just want to run the scan, and it's possible you'll find some type of breaking news here. So again, we just want to go over the ones that have the most volume at this point. So like AVGR is one of the top ones. We're just going through the list. I know some of these may not, even be good. I'm just really writing them down. So I got a list to go over here. And then actually, while I'm on here, I'm going to show you guys a cool tip that I've known about that I've never really used. But I'm going to start playing around with it, and then you guys can kind of go from there and see if it works for you. But I'm going to show you. And granted, I may not do this perfect the first run around, but I'm going to show you guys how to basically get Benzinga Stock Talk Radio on your computer so that you can have the potential of catching these live news alerts. Because that's another question I always got, was how do I get these live news alerts? And I'm going to show you how to do it today. So just a few we'll go over. Don't want to make this too long, and I know everyone's got stuff to do, but here we go. So going back into the charts, it looks like the heaviest volume stocks are, AVGR. I mean, this is dead. This was a great short today. It never really popped above pre-market high, so there was really no long potential. You maybe have had like a little reversal trade here, but not much. I wouldn't mess with this one for a long today. DCIX is one that I just didn't catch. I didn't have time to catch it. It moved so quick on me, and I was shorting other stocks that I just didn't have time to actually capitalize on it. So again, this one's going to be dead. It was a nice pump up. It got halted a couple times, and it just dropped. So wouldn't mess around with that. IMNP. Let's see what this one is. Yeah, this one, like I said, remember when I said that when these stocks gap up so high and they come back down, there's a good chance they're not going to be in play. And this is exactly what happened. I mean, even in this area, this is where you could have taken a potential short, but you would have got chopped up. But like you see, it tested this price level once, twice, 3 times. I mean, it's not. It tested that level 3 times. It wasn't going above there. So I wouldn't have messed with that one today. What am I doing? Losing my mind over here. So it tested this level 3 times and then it just tanked. So pre-market support right in this area. Okay, so you could have shorted there, but still wouldn't have messed with it. It's kind of choppy. And that's too. You guys feel free to just mention anything you want in the chat. That's what I want. I want you guys to interact with me rather than me, just spitting ball and all this crazy stuff. Like, that's how I need to see it. You guys shouting out stuff, because there's going to be stocks that I can't watch all at one time, and you guys have eyes on the market as well. So this gentleman, AKS, let's see what's up. Oh, what's up with AKS? So yeah, AKS looks like it's kind of uptrending right now. But again, that's not my particular go-to. Like I said, I'm a gap and go strategy. I like to short stocks, play pullbacks, but it is true. All the moving averages are crossing over. So you guys could take a look at that maybe for a potential long here coming up pretty soon. What's up, Raymond? How you guys doing? Let's see. What's about AXN? AXN is another one. A little short, but it's 20 cents a share. Probably not going to be in play. It's been more of like a short day is really what it seemed like. How did Mark hold up? Mark didn't hold up at all. Remember, like I said, these 200% gap are just shot down. Okay, down. GEVO, ugly. Okay, WIN, ugly. I mean, just ugly stocks right now. Nothing really good. Let's see, top and bottom. Yep. So Raymond, we went over VERI. Like I said, it was just a nice short today. TEUM, let's take a look there. TEUM, once again, kind of just dead, kind of just hanging out, no volume. So it really, the way it appears right now is that there's just not much that the market's offering us as far as long position goes. And that's the thing, right? So that's the thing, is I think that you can trade power hour. You really can. I think that, yeah, VERI was a short of the year. But honestly, I personally think that, power hour sometimes isn't even worth trading. I think that trading is just best to do from 10 or 9:30 to 12-ish area and then just be done. By then, you should be able to have found some type of trade, whether long or short, and made some money and just be happy with that and get out. I don't like power hour, which is not my thing, but it is what it is, right? Soaring Eagle for sure. I will meet you up in Soaring Eagle, and I will take you to the craps table. I love craps. 3-card poker. Not a blackjack fan, but definitely a craps guy. But then again, it's kind of ironic that we would go to the casino and gamble when we don't gamble even in the market. Kind of ironic, right? But that it's just kind of funny. So again, like I said, I shorted a few stocks today. That was good. But what I would really like, power hour Junes. Power hour is what is classified as the last 1 hour of trading in the day. So from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock is power hour. And the idea behind power hour is that, at about 12 o'clock, okay, Wall Street gurus, those big guys are going to go take their lunch break. There's a lot of retail traders are going to close their position and stop trading for the day and do whatever they have to do. And then they'll come back around 3, 4 o'clock. Same with big time investors. And that's where you can potentially, like Hacker Beats just said, find plays to hold overnight. That's when the market will start showing us something. Like if you look now, most of the stuff in the market's just going to be dead. And that's why we don't play during lunchtime. That's basically why we don't have positions open from 12 o'clock 12 p.m. till about 3. And then we come back at 3 if you like to play Power Hour, and you kind of just search for stuff, see if there's anything you can hold overnight or anything that just makes a quick move before after hours trading, right? So the red to green move, it takes, honestly, I don't like red to green moves. I've traded them a few times. They're pretty freaking sketchy. Which one was that? Let's talk about that. Which one was a red to green move? Was it NETE, I think? Yeah, this is a perfect example of a red to green move. Let me get this out of here. It wasn't quite a reversal. It was just a red to green. A quick red, boom, green, right? So red to green moves. So let me put it the best way I can. So reversal trades are usually, you'll see like one, a reversal trade is something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 9, 6, 7, 9 red candles in a row. And then the market will show us like a doji, a hammer candle, or some type of candle that signifies that that big downtrend, that big little reversal red streak is going to be done, and shorts will cover, and then we'll get a quick pop to the green side. So this is just a red to green. There was only 2 red candles, so I wouldn't treat this as a reversal. This is more of a red to green. So being able to understand what you're doing there, or sorry, being able to understand the difference between reversal and red to green move. You know, so this is just a red to green where we have 2 red candles, and then we quickly find like a little support down here on 2 candles, and then we start uptrending a little bit, and then we get a red to green. So ideally what I would look for on these is to, you know, yeah, it's run a little slow. Initially, I want to get in. You know, I want the stock just to automatically go green, pop up, and then I would just quickly get in for a quick scalp, a little momentum trade where I literally am in and out within like 20, 30 seconds. This was a red. Stock pops, and then this could be potentially be your entry point over that red candle. You could even gotten in over this red candle. So there's a few ways to trade those where you're playing the breaks above previous red candles, right? So just some things to think about in your free time. You can look at red to green moves, reversals, and whatnot. So there's just a lot going on there. Red to green moves aren't my favorite because you can get pump faked pretty quick. And if y'all don't know what a pump fake is, then too bad. You gotta know what the pump fake is, right? You know, you could easily get pump faked on this. A little red to green, pop up, hit resistance. So this is what could happen, right? So you can play the red to green, and you can be like, oh, dude, I got this. I'm about to get in over this the break of the first green candle. Next thing you know, you get rejected on this red candle, and then this thing just freaking drops on you back down there. Now you're negative. In your case, a lot of people's cases, you know, you waste a day trade, and there's nothing worse than wasting a day trade on a shit trade. It pisses you off, right? Pisses me off. I hate it. So it can be frustrating. So in spare time, you may want to look up difference between red to greens and difference between reversal tradings and stuff like that. But, you know, so this was fun. You know, I'm gonna cut it there. It's been about 30 minutes. This was fun, but honestly, I want it to be better than it was here. So if you guys want, after this video, go ahead and, like, you know, or even right now, like what is some suggestions as far as like maybe an outline or a game plan for this little lunch break recap. So like finding trades for Power Hour, it's a little bit hard now because the market's so dead. So that's something we can do. It's a little bit easier to do towards, you know, like 3 o'clock, 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock. You know, that's what I really want to see is some type of suggestions as far as what you guys have or what you guys would really like as far as, you know, us to do with this lunch break. Because this is really where I want to interact with you guys and see what trades that you guys took. And then maybe from there we can do a little bit of strategizing on them. Okay, so yeah, Raymond, I'll do that. We can go over some of the trades I took. We'll definitely do that. We'll implement going over the trades that I took or some that I missed. You know, and that's going to have to come down to me kind of cutting back on my trades some days maybe, just because sometimes I trade so many. I don't overtrade. You know, I do trade quite a bit, but I don't overtrade. but it's kind of hard to remember all of them sometimes. But that's what we'll do. Yeah, for sure. I think, I mean, this was a good start. You know, this is something I just been planning on doing. Now just getting around to it. So again, we'll do Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then we'll just, you know, I'll just set up a game plan. I'll put more thought into this and set up a game plan where we can kind of just come in, attack it, get some questions going or something like that. And then we'll just recap it up. And then, you know, as we do this more, obviously we'll fall into a routine that's going to be much cooler. It's just like, you know, the pre-market live streams, you know, I have that down to a T. There's a way that I do it, and now I'm just comfortable doing it. It's no issue to me. Now I can just come on, give you what I need to go, and then we can be on our way. So this will just eventually get to that level, and then we'll go from there. Just need bumper music. For sure. I like the ideas here. So once again, guys, this is more of just a thing to help and interact with you guys more on a personal level, rather than it is, you know, a stock level. This is more of like a helpful thing. So again, that's really all I got for you guys as far as that goes. So I hope you guys stay green on the day. I'm green. I am up on my demo account until my real one's funded. I'm up, I think, 2,600. Actually, no, my other computer's closed, so forget it. But I'll show you guys tomorrow or Wednesday or whenever we do this next. But so that's really all I got for you guys today. So you guys stay green, and I will catch you tomorrow morning. All right, guys. So thank you once again for tuning in, and hopefully tomorrow we can have some better picks and just go from there. All righty. Take care.